white courtesy phone. Captain Clarence over, white courtesy phone. No, the white phone.
Oh. This is Captain Over.
One moment for your call from the Mayo Clinic. Captain Over, white courtesy phone. Captain Clarence over.
I've got it.
Thank you. Go ahead with your call.
This is Dr. Brody at the Mayo Clinic.
There's a passenger on your Chicago flight 209, a little girl named Lisa Davis, en route to Minneapolis. She's scheduled for a heart transplant. We'd like you to tell her mother that we found a donor an hour ago.
We have the heart here ready for surgery. We must have the recipient on the operating table within 6 hours.
I want you to make sure that she's kept in a reclined position and that a continuous watch is kept on her IV. Also,
it's very important that she remain calm.
Excuse me, this is the operator, Captain Over. I have an emergency call for you on line 5 from a Mr. Ham.
All right, give me Ham on 5. Hold the mail.
Hello, sir. We'd like you to have this flower on behalf of the Church of Religious Consciousness. Would you...
What's hurt you the most is your record since the war. Different cities, different jobs, and not one of them shows you can accept any real responsibility.
Elaine, if you just give me one more...
It's too late, Ted. When I get back to Chicago, I'm going to start my life all over again. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, we'd like you to have this flower from the Church of Religious Consciousness.
Nervous?
Yes.
First time?
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger.
Huh?
LA departure frequency 123.9er.
Roger. Huh? Request vector. Over. What?
Flight 209er, clear for vector 324.
We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Tower radio clearance, over.
That's Clarence over. Over.
Roger.
Huh?
Roger, over.
What? What?
Who?
No wonder you're upset. She's lovely. And a darling figure. Supple, pouting breasts, firm thighs. It's a shame you two don't get along.
Yes, I know. Things used to be different. I remember when we first met. It was during the war. I was in the Air Force, stationed in Drambuie, off the Barbary coast. I used to hang out at the Magumba Bar. It was a rough place, the seediest dive on the wharf, populated with every reject and cutthroat from Bombay to Calcutta. It's worse than Detroit. I didn't go there that night to fall in love. I just dropped in for a couple of drinks. And suddenly, there she was. I was captivated, entranced. It hit me like a thunderbolt. I had to ask the guy next to me to pinch me to make sure I wasn't dreaming. I never wanted it to end. I guess I still don't. But enough about me. I hope this hasn't been boring for you. It's just that whenever I start to talk about Elaine, I always get so carried away. I lose all track of time.
What's the matter?
My orders came through. My squadron ships out tomorrow. We're bombing the storage depots at Daiquiri at 1800 hours. We're coming in from the north, below their radar.
When will you be back?
I can't tell you that. It's classified. It was at that moment that I first realized Elaine had doubts about our relationship. And that, as much as anything else, led to my drinking problem. We did come back to the States, tried a number of jobs. Well, I could go on for hours, but I'd probably start to bore you. You know, I really couldn't blame Elaine. She wanted a career.
I got a telegram from headquarters today.
Headquarters? What is it?
Well, it's a big building the generals meet, but that's not important right now. They've cleared you of any blame for what happened on that raid. Isn't that good news?
Is it? Because of my mistake, 6 men didn't return from that raid.
7. Lieutenant Zip died this morning.
I had no thought of drainage in mind, so we had to take a special Jeep up to the main road. In fact, we were lucky to even get a Jeep since just the day before, only one that we had broke down. Had a bad accident.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
It's the little room in the front of the plane where the pilots sit. That's not important right now. You see, the first officer is ill, and the captain needs someone to help him with the radio. Do you know anything about planes?
Well, I flew in the war, but that was years ago. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Would you go up, please?
The plane has 4 engines. It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
Excuse me, we'd like you to have this flower.
Excuse me, sir, would you... Donation to the Reverend Moon? Juice for Jesus? Read about Jehovah's Witness? How about Buddhism?
Oh, Jerry's kids? Oh, yeah. Scientology?
Or nuclear power? Cigarette now, sir.
Linda, your husband and the others are alive, but unconscious.
Just like Gerald Ford.
Now, there's a chance that we can save them if Stryker can get that plane down on time.
That isn't much of a chance, is it?
I don't know, Linda, I don't know. But we're doing everything we can. Now, excuse me, huh?
Where did you get that dress? It's awful, and those shoes and that coat. Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your stewardess speaking. We regret any inconvenience the sudden cabin movement might have caused. This is due to periodic air pockets we encounter. There's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
It's a damn good thing he doesn't know how much I hate his guts.
It's a damn good thing you don't know how much he hates your guts.
Sure is quiet out there.
Yeah, too quiet.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
All right, now listen to me. Remember your brakes and switches. Get ready to fire it out.
He's all over the place. 900 feet up to 1,300 feet. What an asshole.
My name is Sergeant Frank Drebin, Detective Lieutenant Police Squad, a special division of the police force. I just come from the stockyards. We've gotten reports that hundreds of cows had been senselessly slaughtered in the area, but I couldn't find any evidence. I stopped off for a hamburger and checked in with headquarters.
So you see, Katie, fish have gills to extract oxygen from water. But air-breathing species have lungs, which are equipped only to accept oxygen in its natural state. And that's why most mammals must live on land.
Wow, that's neat.
Oh, hi, Frank. Would you like to keep him, Katie?
Can I? Gee, thanks, Mr. Olson.
Why don't you run along now, Katie? And next week I'll show you why women can't play professional football.
Okay, bye, Mr. Olson.
You're not the man I married.
How can you say that?
Because here's the man I married.
Mary, I love you. I'm trying to give you all the things you never had. A decent home, decent life, your own synagogue.
You're never gonna give me those things.
You'll always be a bum.
Buddy!
6, 7, 8, 9. How many fingers do you see?
Guys, what happened?
His name's Mike Schultz. Set up to look like suicide, but I'm not so sure. Why would a boxer who just scored the biggest victory of his career go out and commit suicide?
Are you thinking murder?
It could be.
Anyone with Schultz after the fight?
Just his manager.
Who's that?
Some Joe named Cooper.
Who's this Joe Cooper?
No, it's Sal Cooper. Manages half the boxers in town, and they're all on the take.
Want me to question him?
No, Frank. We may be dealing with murder and corruption here. I want you to go undercover.
Poor Ralph. And what about my daughter? What am I going to tell her?
Yeah, you're going to have to tell her something. Tell her he went on a long trip.
Oh, wait a minute. How about a big monster came and took him to Daddy Heaven?
Oh.
Nah.
What about this? He threw himself on a grenade and saved the battalion. Yeah, that's it.
No, wait a minute. He was killed by left-wing insurgents from Paraguay. No, Bolivia.
I got it. He was traded to the Cubs for Reggie Jackson.
Cigarette?
Yes, I know.
Well, I think that Thursday night here, the 8 o'clock spot would be good for you.
Do you really? No, he doesn't. It's just a trick, stupid.
Yeah, how do I know you'll come through?
Well, that's easy. All you'd have to... Look out!
Let's go out in the Japanese garden.
Okay, hold it.
Not this time, Lana. The game's over.
Stand back.
Now make it easy on yourself. We know you did the other bombings.
I'm warning you, Lieutenant. Don't come any closer or I'll blow this whole neighborhood sky high.
Get back. Get back, all of you. You people are in great danger. Now someone could get hurt. Now get back.
Hey, Ed.
Right.
Good news. Just picked up Dutch Gunderson. That wraps up his operation.
You know, Frank, fear is a terrible thing. Makes people forget their duties as citizens.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing for sure. If Gunderson wants to run a protection racket, from now on he's going to have to do it in the Stateville prison.
Say when, Frank.
When?
Be sure to tune in next week for another exciting story from the files of Police Squad.
I'm Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad. What about the wedding? What was she wearing?
Don't torture yourself, Frank. Just put her out of your mind.
Well, I can't get her out of my mind. What about the guy? You know anything about him?
Not much. Just that he's an Olympic gymnast, and it's the best sex she's ever had.
What about Nordberg? I came as soon as I heard.
He's alive, Frank, though he's on life support. Doctors say he's got a 50-50 chance of living, though there's only a 10% chance of that.
Your husband is going to be all right. Don't you worry about anything. Just think positive. Never let a doubt enter your mind.
He's right, Wilma. But I wouldn't wait until the last minute to fill out those organ donor cards.
What I'm trying to say is that, Wilma, as soon as Nordberg is better, he's welcome back at Police Squad.
Unless he's a drooling vegetable. But I think that's only common sense. It was about 4 p.m. when I returned to Police Squad. I figured to stop by and see what the lab boys had come up with on Nordberg's jacket. The one they'd found in the dock. You can tell a lot from fiber samples if they aren't too wet. And I was hoping in this case we wouldn't come up dry.
Hey, look out!
Anybody catch the license plate? Anybody get a look at the driver? Take the names of everybody here for questioning. I gotta get inside.
Do you see these cufflinks I'm wearing? Well, they're not just cufflinks. Each one fires a single pin-sized dart that knocks out your victim for a few minutes, but does no permanent damage. Here, let me demonstrate on Ed.
Huh?
Why?
I'm afraid it doesn't look good.
What do you mean?
Take a look for yourself.
I can't see anything.
Use your open eye, Frank.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
Entering without a search warrant, destroying property, arson. Sexual assault with a concrete dildo. What the hell were you doing there in the first place?
Yes, I know. I'm sorry about that, Your Honor. Yes, well, when I see 5 weirdos dressed in togas stabbing a guy in the middle of the park in full view of 100 people, I shoot the bastards. That's my policy.
That was a Shakespeare in the Park production of Julius Caesar, you moron. You killed 5 actors. Good ones.
Well, Woos. Are they back in business? I thought they closed down 3 years ago.
Oh, gee, has it been that long? I don't feel like Chinese tonight anyway.
Frank, it's so sweet of you to be concerned about me. It's really wrong about things like that. And he's such a gentleman. He's so generous. He just wants to have a talk with you. Clear up any doubts that you might have about him.
Are you sure you won't have something to eat?
Right, we'd better be on the lookout.
Right, excuse me, ma'am. Security? All right, just relax, take it easy. Nothing's gonna happen.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about this?
You think we were born yesterday? You didn't do anything, huh?
I got rights. Look,
Look, Ed. He's got a picture of your wife.
Ethel.
All right? Anyone else here seeing his wife?
That's all right. That's okay, Frank. Let's get in the hole.
I was only doing what I was told to do.
Like make love to me? That only makes things easier, Princess. To think I trusted you. I made a big mistake. Here, you can take this back.
Whose is that?
Doesn't matter.
Hey, watch it.
Take care of yourself, baby. By the way, I faked every orgasm.
It's disgusting the way they splash this stuff all over the newspapers. What is journalism coming to? You're laying on top of the Queen with her legs wrapped around you, and they call that news. They can't kick you off the force, Frank. It's just not fair.
I know, Ed. Life isn't always fair. Just think the next time I shoot someone, I could be arrested. Hey! Look at that, the missing evidence in the Kellner case. My God, he was innocent.
He went to the chair 2 years ago, Frank.
Well, what's the use?
We ask that you do not throw any objects in the stands or on the field. We thank you for your cooperation.
You killed him.
No. He's just stunned. He'll be all right in a couple of minutes. Well,
Oh, Frank. That's horrible. That's so horrible.
I know, Ed.
My father went the same way.
Nordberg. Hiya, buddy. Hey, Doc says I should be on my feet and as good as new in a week.
And back on the force.
Nordberg, that's wonderful.
Whoa! Oh, Frank. Everyone should have a friend like you.
On which to base our future actions, and Dr. Meinheimer is the recognized expert in this field.
Mr. President, if I may say so, I do hope that Dr. Meinheimer won't be influenced by any of the so-called environmental groups.
Got here as quick as I could, Ed. Oh, congratulations. I understand that Edna's pregnant again.
Yes, and if I catch the guy who did
Captain.
it...
Ed, that'll be all, McKee. Why don't we get that other artist? You know, the one who never dates? Lives with those 2 guys?
Right. Sorensen?
Jane, I'd like to see the rest of the Institute now, if you don't mind, Dr. Meinheimer.
Yeah, why, of course. We should start with the research area.
That's a good idea. It's right this way.
We're looking for a Hector Savage. Now, where is he?
Why should I tell you, Kappa?
Because I'm the last line of defense between sleaze like this and the decent people in this town.
Oh, hi, Frank. Say, we got that model D83 Swedish Sure Grip suck machine in that you ordered.
It's a gift.
Yes? He did what? How many animals escaped? Oh, my God.
Good evening, Commissioner. You're looking lovely tonight.
Do you realize that because of you, this city is being overrun by baboons?
Well, isn't that the fault of the voters? Excuse me.
I've taken all the pills the law will allow, and so I'm feeling blue.
Sir?
What else can I do?
Give me the strongest thing you got. On second thought, how about a Black Russian? Very well, sir.
I guess I'm just...
You know, sometimes I think about you and Edna. That's when I envy you, Ed, because you have someone. You had the same person every day for over 30 years. Wake up with her, eat with her, sleep with her, make love to the same woman.
You spend every possible waking moment together.
Well, I'm out running around with some 20-year-olds who just want to have a good time and cheap sex, sex, sex. Girls who can't say no. Girls who can't get enough. More, more, more. It's your turn now to wear the handcuffs. I just want to love, Ed.
I'm sure you'll find love, Frank.
Em?
Mr. Drebin, Jane, always nice to see nice people.
Sam, play our song. Just one more time.
Of course.
Sam, that's enough. Play the other one, please.
There is a fraud in this room, but it's this man. Oh, God. And he's just given us this signed confession implicating that man. No, no, no. That man, Quentin Habsburg.
They're gone.
Let's go.
6 minutes to detonation.
All right, now talk. Give me that abort code.
Okay, I'll talk. There's 6 numbers.
I'm coming, Frank.
1, 7.
Well, thanks a lot. Well, we shot a lot of people together. It's been great. But today I retire, so if I do any shooting now, it'll have to be within the confines of my own home. Hopefully it'll be an intruder and not an in-law like at my bachelor party. Well, Ed, I officially give you my gun. And my badge. And Jane and I would like to keep the handcuffs as a souvenir. Cheer up, Ed. This is not goodbye. It's just I won't ever see you again.
Oh, Frank.
Jane, having a baby is a big responsibility. It's like being in charge of sanitation at a Haitian jail. I'm just frightened.
Frank, let's make tonight something special. Oh, honey, I love you so much.
My little lover sparrow.
My
puppy woofy wubber.
My little love biscuit.
My little sneaky wookums.
My little lady teethy puppy.
Mr. and Mrs. Drebin, please. I'm a diabetic. I think you two ought to go now.
Think of all the crime out there. Nobody is safe. You'd be protecting Jane. You'd be protecting all the Janes of the world. Besides, you haven't shot anybody in 6 months.
That's true. Funny how you miss the little things.
Right. I really appreciate your seeing me like this. I'm sure it won't take too long.
When did you first notice the problem?
In the backyard with my uncle.
In the backyard? With your uncle?
Yes, when he comes over to visit, we like to go out in the backyard, throw it around for a while.
And what did you and your uncle find out?
Oh, I can't keep up with him. Mine hurt, especially on the long ones. I can't seem to straighten it out. It has no feeling. It's kind of numb. I may have yanked it too much, maybe.
If you would.
For what?
A sperm count?
In here?
Well, it's not exactly the backyard, but it'll do.
Well.
Follow me and we'll do the necessary paperwork.
17. You're next.
Have we met before?
If you'll excuse me, I'm next.
Sir? Mr. Smith, how are we doing?
I've been busy, if that's what you mean.
Would you like a videotape to assist you?
Oh, do you have Dances with Wolves? Rocketeer. Lady and the Tramp.
An adult movie.
Well. Tape was very entertaining.
Follow me.
Do you have Spartacus?
I had to get a message to police squad. This thing was turning into more than I could handle by myself. No phone and miles from civilization. My prospects look bleaker than a gerbil's in a bathhouse.
Who's down there? Slasher. Have you seen my pigeon?
Pigeon? What pigeon? Does that radio work?
يا استاذ يا محترم شايفني عمال يبات باخذك وين ما بدك خلاص وعلي معك فلوس شنو الحاله وين؟
Call police squad. Tell them Frank Drebin says...
I mean, this is no, I'm come bad on my body, you know. I listen to miracles, them, you know. Oh, yeah, go on, man.
Forget it.
I wonder what the devil he wanted.
That ought to do it.
You'll never get away with this. Rocco's gonna kill you, whoever you are.
Frank Drebin, police squad.
Frank, isn't that a little unusual?
Not really. It's happened to me a couple of times.
I'm tired of the lies. Oh, kiss me. Please kiss me. I've never kissed lips so innocent, so pure.
You look a little like Phil Donahue. White hair. That's the guy.
Frank?
I'll get him killed.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Best Picture Award are two of America's most distinguished actors, Olympia Dukakis and James Earl Jones.
Lord, what's that?
Looks like Phil Donahue throwing up in a tuba.
Someone make a note. I don't think we should have Phil Donahue back next year.
Rocco? Pet
Come here.